All right, welcome Rising Church. We're in a new session of Groves. I hope you're excited about this new semester. I think if you've been around Rising, you know where we're headed this semester, and that's into the book of Revelation. And this whole title of Is the End of the World as We Know It? And I feel fine. And hopefully you're kind of gravitating towards this idea and understanding the greater picture of what's being painted in the book of Revelation and what God is seeking to reveal. And so as we come to this new session of Groves, I just kind of want to paint some groundwork for you before we really start into the deep stuff, since this week's more of an introductory week and a fellowship week, and hopefully you've had a little bit of fun getting to know each other, playing a game or eating dinner together. But just to kind of paint a greater picture of where we're headed is on Sunday mornings. Obviously, we're kind of hitting on the main themes of Revelation, and in our Grows, what we're going to do is gather together each week and maybe look at some of the undercurrents and hit some of the sections and some of the passages that we don't have time, or it's just too much of a rabbit hole to go down on a Sunday morning, but maybe we can unpack those a little bit more or better in our Groves. And so some ground rules for I think how this is going to operate best is you don't really need to read ahead. You just need to show up each week, but I really encourage you to show up each week so you can get the full breadth of this book that has been given to us to give us hope and encouragement, even in the midst of all the craziness of this life and what we may experience. But to come prepared with your Bible, so that what we're probably going to do is we'll look at a couple passages, not necessarily be able to describe everything again, every single analogy, every single symbol, explain every single nitty gritty thing in the entire book, but we're going to hit on some. And so some of those you're going to be able to discuss, and well, what do you think about this? And what do you think about this? And so I'm just going to kind of poke and prod at some of these things that we associate with the end times, and hopefully as we discuss and share kind of our backgrounds or experiences, we'll be able to kind of marinate on it and to really flesh it out a little bit more. I would encourage you though, as we go through the semester, if you're one of those people on the very first week we talked about who, this just excites you and you want to know every single thing and you've read, 15 different books and different theories on this, or if you're coming in this and you literally don't know anything about what we're talking about, neither of those is disqualifies you from sharing, if that makes any sense. So if you're one of those people that you think you know everything, maybe you need to sit back and listen to some of the others. And if you feel like you don't know anything, it doesn't mean that you can't share kind of what we're reading and kind of some of the perspectives that we share, and kind of, well, this is what I think. And so please make sure that as you're sharing over these coming weeks that you give time to both, that you don't have one person or the other just kind of dominate the conversation, but that you kind of come at it again with humility, and we hear each other out, and we just kind of walk through this thing together, and we share our perspectives and angles, and ultimately we kind of get to what really matters, and that's the so what. What do we do with this? What is God trying to really truly reveal to us through this, and not get stuck on the nitty gritty. So as we start again next week, we'll dive more into that. Just wanted to give you this introductory time to kind of lay the groundwork for where we're heading, but that's what we're going to be doing. So if you haven't been paying attention on Sunday mornings, or you've missed the Sunday morning stuff, I'll just tell you it's really important that you watch those, because Revelation is not a book where you want to get, I understand this piece, You kind of got to look at the whole picture, the whole painting. And so maybe it's going to take a little bit more work this semester, because you're going to need to watch those and pay attention. But if you remember, Revelation chapter 1 gives us this promise right out of the gates. Blessed is the one who reads aloud the words of this prophecy, and blessed are those who hear it and take to heart what is written in it, because the time is near. And so I believe that there's a blessing this semester for all of us as we dive into this book. So looking forward to it, and we will see you next week as we dive into the content.